So welcome back to the channel. For this second video for this week, we're going to New York, specifically New York City. This case is currently being discussed. In fact, our killer has actually just been sentenced less than a week, like literally last week. So just like with our Emma Pressler case that I covered way back, this case is actually a current case that currently is still, I guess, like, not really ongoing because she's already been sentenced, but you know. So if you want everything that pretty much went on in the case, pretty much summed up to the point of her being sentenced, I have the video here, and let's jump right in. We're gonna start with Lauren. Lauren, she is estimated to be born sometime in 1995. And I'm saying estimate because I don't have an actual date, but I'm doing math from when the crime happened, how old she is now. So that's why I'm saying 1995. She has a father named Daniel. He apparently is third generation to a family-owned cesspool business, which is basically waste disposal, but it's ranked number one in the county due to the service and the price for said waste disposal. So apparently Daniel's doing pretty well. And the mother was a personal trainer. Lauren would attend Ward Meadowville High School, which apparently was one of the top high schools in the country, and she graduated in 2013. So she would often work as a camp counselor and volunteered at a local nature preserve. She would attend the Fashion Institute of Technology, graduating with a marketing degree in 2017. And apparently while she was attending said college, there apparently was a video that was filmed of her, that apparently she was filming herself, and apparently it shows her making fun of deaf people, and I'll show that video to you now.
She made me. She made me.
And so the time of our story, she of course had already graduated. She was engaged to this guy named Naveen, and apparently they were due to be married in June. So June of 2022. It doesn't say how they met, how she met Naveen, how long they've been dating, none of that. So on March 10th, 2022, Lauren and apparently had gotten into a fight with Naveen at their engagement party. Other sources would say that they were at a park and that she was drinking. It was under other substances, but the park was closing soon, and an employee had told her that she had an attitude, and apparently threw some food at her fiance, and then left in a fit, right? So then she comes in contact with 87-year-old Barbara Gustern, who apparently was this very well-loved vocal coach. She calls her a bitch and then pushes her to the ground. So, and also Barbara and Lauren are complete strangers. Apparently they didn't even know each other. Anyway, so give what I do know about Barbara. Barbara apparently was born on February 10th, 1935 in Boonesville, Indiana. She would graduate from Boonesville High School in 1952. She would go on to attend DePaul University and graduate in 1956 with a BA, and she would go to Columbia University where she got a psychology degree. And apparently before she started her music career that she was well known for, she was doing psychology for a little bit. So one day apparently she is singing at the conservative synagogue Adath Israel of Riverdale. So basically a synagogue. She meets her future husband, Joseph David Guston, which is where she gets the last name Guston from. And sometime in May of 1964, the two apparently get married in in Barbara's parents' house. Sorry, scratch that. So on July 27th, 1963, the two get married in Barbara's parents' house, and apparently there's a whole news article about it. In August of 1964, they both get cast in the Three Penny Opera. So on March 1st, 1968, her daughter Catherine was born. When Barbara is 40, she starts teaching at the American Musical and Dramatic Academy. This is where she pretty much starts becoming a vocal coach. She teaches several well-known people, but apparently one of the most well-known people that she's confirmed to have taught is Debbie Harry from the band Blondie. Sadly, her daughter Catherine would die sometime in 2003, and her husband died sometime in 2017. So now that I gave the small little biography on Barbara, what type of person she was, basically we're going to go back to the day of the crime. She basically hits her head on the ground. Apparently there was a friend nearby who she told basically what happened. It was the hardest she'd ever pushed in her life. She told as much details as she could before she ultimately apparently passed out. And then she died like 5 days later after being taken off life support. And apparently there are some witnesses that said they saw Lauren arguing with Naveen, the fiance, even like 5 minutes after the actual push, and that Lauren had even stayed even after responders had arrived and didn't even like try to like help Barbara in any way. And apparently they had used Naveen's Metro card to where there's a trace for him but not a trace for her, so that way basically already trying to like give her the evidence that I was even anywhere near the scene, even though there's cameras, thank God, on the subway, and those were posted everywhere so people can like identify her. And eventually one of her friends does wind up like saying, hey, it's Lauren. So of course before any of all that happens, she basically goes out on the run. Now find out this is before Barbara even dies, but she knows this is pretty serious, that medical attention had to be called. So she goes and deletes all her social media, including the wedding registry, because remember I said that they're supposed to get married. They were supposed to be getting married in June. So goes and deletes everything. I guess like trying to get rid of any online trace of her. She hides her phone at her aunt's house, then goes to her parents' house, hides out there. March 19th, it is officially announced that Lauren is the person that they're looking for in the blurry subway video. So police show up on March 21st and were somehow just turned away. Like I guess they didn't have a warrant as to why, like, oh, we can come to the house, like we don't need permission. And Lauren goes and turns something the next day because like they already know I'm here. I might as well go turn myself in. So Lauren's on like $500,000 bail. But of course, you know, the family, they got money. So $500,000 is like nothing to them. So they had raised some money up to get Lauren out of jail, apparently from like family and friends supporting that they thought that she was innocent. And so now that Barbara is deceased, she would get charged with manslaughter and assault, and she could serve up to 25 years. Barbara's funeral took place in the same soup kitchen that apparently she would occasionally volunteer at, and apparently this soup kitchen was like right across the street from where she was pushed. So in July, basically, Lawrence was offered a plea deal of 15 years for the manslaughter and assault by prosecution, and she rejected it. Her defense team would come back basically saying, look, she had alcohol, weed, and prescription drugs in her system. Basically, he's trying to say, look, she didn't even know what the fuck she was doing, even though she literally was like trying to get rid of any digital trace of her, so it pretty much shows that she knew what she was doing. So in August of 2023, so like 2 months ago, time of recording this, she would plead guilty to involuntary manslaughter and get 8 years. So half of the 15 years she was even promised, but the judge threw on top like an extra 6 months due to the fact that she never really took it. She did admit that she did it, but she wasn't like showing accountability for herself, and pretty much was only feeling bad that she was going to jail. So then she also would get like an extra 5 years of supervised probation once she was out of said jail. Yeah, Lauren pretty much only got sentenced to 8 years for pushing Barbara down to the ground. Of course, it's manslaughter, had been like premeditated. I don't even think she probably even got longer. So of course, people are definitely saying she got off light with this one. I can definitely agree. Obviously, with her serving prison time, she probably doesn't think she got off lightly. But you got people out here that actually have drug charges. They're spending 30 years. And when you killed an innocent old lady, you're spending not even a third or a fourth of what they're getting. So, definitely know what you think down below. Like I said, this is recent, so I probably should get like way more feedback than I do with the cases that I covered from like way back in the day. But of course, definitely let me know what you think down below. If you knew Barbara personally, definitely let me know. If you knew Lauren personally, definitely let me know down below. And I will see you for the next one. Bye.